Now we're moving into things, just like the furnace, we're moving into things that should be taken care of. Your rain gutters should be cleaned and maintained. A leaky rain gutter, a rain gutter that's full of leaves, those things cause structural damage to the house. And this time of year is when we're losing a lot of leaves. So it doesn't hurt to clean your rain gutters more than once. In Texas and Dallas, we get about 2 weeks of real winter. We're going to have a freeze. It always happens somewhere around January, somewhere beginning of February. That would be, if you have a pier and beam house, a pier and beam foundation, that would be a good time to install these. What these are is these are covers that cover your crawl space. There used to be a time when it was considered that you wanted these all winter long. That's not true. Since the mold issues that have developed and things, slab foundation, you want to maintain a constant level of moisture around the foundation. You don't want to overgrow, you don't want to overwater a slab foundation. But a pier and beam foundation, the new school of thought is that you can't have your crawl space dry enough. So where a lot of people like to install these all year long, they really probably would be the best thing for you is to install them on an as-need basis. They're not going to save a lot of money. What we're looking for is freeze protection here, mostly. Also, on your water heaters, there's water supply and delivery lines coming to the water heater, and heat will migrate up the water supply line. So both of those lines, those water lines to the water heater, should be insulated. And a little donut ring of insulation should be placed around. You have a valve on the side of the water heater. It's called a temperature pressure relief valve. Now, water heaters statistically last about 10 years. But a temperature pressure relief valve, the manufacturers suggest that they be replaced every 2 or 3 years. And if your water heater is 5 or 7 years old and you haven't replaced that valve, this would be a good time to do it. And it's always a good time to insulate a house, but in the summertime we're going in and we're going out. And every time you open and close the door, you have an air exchange, especially in the smaller 2-3 single family homes. In the wintertime, we don't have as much daylight, we don't have as much weather that's conducive to going outside. We tend to spend a little more time inside. And a lot of times our attention towards insulation also comes inside towards the house. Any cracks around your windows and doors, that's called fenestrations. Your fenestrations, your window holes and your door holes. Fenestrations are holes. Any cracks between the door and the house should be sealed. You can buy this kind of weather stripping right here. There's a couple different brands. Some of them are economical brands, are a lot of trouble because you put them on every time you open the door. It comes on and off and on and off. This weather stripping right here is a silicone weather strip seal. It has tape on the back of it. It goes between the door. There's also some things that I've heard called weenie dogs or socks, but they also make things that go in front of the doors to keep the cold air from coming in. Sliding glass doors. The single best thing you can do for a sliding glass door is to have drapes. And you have a big window space there. Storm windows are an option. I'm not particularly fond of the way they look, but they are an option, and not all of them are ugly. Just remember about storm windows is that in case of an emergency, your emergency egress in your bedrooms, now you have 2 windows to go through if you did have a fire. It's okay for me because I'm a macho guy. I think I can handle it. But can your children handle it? Can your grandmother handle it?